Okay, next turn we counter the next minion. Wow, chat. Bronze 10, is that you? Don't masturbate and play Hearthstone, chat.
You are not prepared!
Beast Hunter right now is an absolute beast of a deck, and if you want to be hitting Legend right before the new expansion drops, this might be the deck to go for. The deck is not that complicated, and you should be able to be piloting it close to optimally after watching this guide. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you enjoy what I'm doing, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And also, don't forget you can find me for some Hearthstone coaching, and you can be sure I will do my best to make you a better Hearthstone player. Now, let's check out the guide. I already showed you a coaching session with this deck, but I also actually used this deck on the last 2 streams to shave off a lot of ranks, since I really dumpstered it in Standard and I fell all the way down to 2600. But now we're back to 900, which is a lot better. I went 26 wins and 12 losses with it, and at some point we were actually 15 wins and 3 losses, so we really had a great time with this deck. The only matchups that felt wonky were Big Spell Mage and Quest Priest, but all in all we were climbing pretty well. This is what the deck looks like, and it's the same I featured in the last top 5. We are running the Small Minions package with K9 which is a great way for you to be dredging up either a 1-drop, and later on even the Sunken Saber if you don't have a great way to pull it out. You could also use it just to see what's at the bottom, maybe decide if you want to be using your weapon next turn to high roll a cheap beast. And you could also just pull something like Revive Pet, which a lot of the times is actually even better than getting a 1-drop if your hand is supporting it. So definitely look out for that possible game plan. The Small Minion package is Click Clockers, Peasants, and Vicious Slither Spear. And Click Clocker feels a little bit wonky some of the times, but it can be actually insane if you have a turn 1 Click Clocker into a turn 2 3/4 K9 And it's also an extra minion you can dredge out and actually draw instantly with the K9 as well. The other utility it has, it's a very sticky minion, so you can always be sure you're gonna be able to slap a doggy biscuit on it or even a ramming mount, in most cases. We have a single copy of Quickshot in here, which can be great in the early turns so you can actually protect your cheap minions, and it's also an extra spell you can draw out with your Barrack Cotobane, and it could also be a great way to finish off your opponent through a wall of taunts, so you can burn him out. Drawing a card with this rarely happens, but it's not impossible. Peasant is usually great, especially when going first, but when going second, the peasant almost always is ensured to die. So be careful in that case, and you might actually decide just to hold on to the peasant so you can test for something like a Connie later on, which does happen a lot actually. We have Ambassador Phelan in here, which usually gives you at least 1 colossal beast at the bottom, since most of the colossals are beasts. So getting 1 or 2 beasts from this guy, which you can dredge out for cheap with the weapon, happens a lot. We also have Blade Master Akani in here, which if you time it correctly can be absolutely insane, as you guys saw. We have 2 pet collectors but only 1 cheap beast, so you can actually have a super consistent game plan with the pet collectors. You can use the pet collector to get the first saber, and you can use the second pet collector to get the second saber, but there's also some next level tactics you might not have thought about. If you have a weapon equipped and you actually swing and find a 7 mana beast, you could dredge it up, discounting it down to 4, and after that pet collector also pulls it. And another cool thing you could be doing with pet collector is actually play it after a druid has played Celestial Alignment against you, because then all of your beasts become 1 mana, and you could even pull out a King Crush like that, which I actually did several times. We also have Beastalker Tavish in here, which could be absolutely insane against something like mages, because if you give them an Ice Trap, they literally have to skip a turn if they want to be casting something like Rune of the Archmage or their Amulet, as long as they still don't have the coin guide out. Another cool thing you could be doing with Tavish is playing him on curve, leaving your board empty, and going for emergency maneuvers, and next turn slapping them with the big ol' bear. Or even something like King Crush. And if the opponent kills that, you get 2 of those, and King Crush actually can charge face. Hydrolon is a pretty core beast in this deck, but he can definitely be a liability in some matchups. Getting Hydrolon pulled out of your Sunken Saber is somewhat miserable in most cases, especially if the opponent can be running something like a spammy Arcanist. That is also the reason why you don't really want to be tempoing a Hydrolon a lot against classes that are known to be running spammy Arcanist, because if you do that and they play spammy Arcanist, they delete everything from the board, because Hydrolon keeps on summoning heads until it dies, so that is a guaranteed 6 damage AoE just from Hydrolon alone. Another thing you should be careful about Hydrolon is, as soon as you play him, your Revive Pet pool is gonna get very diluted. So if you can hold off playing Hydrolon for after you have gotten what you want out of your Revive Pet, in some cases that would be preferred. But definitely don't go skipping turns just because of that, because tempo still is king in most cases. In the early turns, you usually want to be curving out with 1-drops into buffs, into the weapon, into Asheron's Saber, but obviously that is a picture-perfect situation. Like I said, in some cases with K9atron, you could actually prefer not to pick the 1-drop, but instead get something like, let's say, Harpoon Gun, Revive Pet, Asheron's Saber even, or even something like tracking so you can curve out better. Because yeah, K9atron is cool when it actually pulls a 1-drop for you, but the thing is, that is not your main game plan. Usually you're basically only using your 1-drops to actually stall out the game long enough so you can get into your huge mid-range game plan. So especially in some cases, in certain matchups, pulling 1-drops just doesn't do much. Let's say against the rogue that's not gonna be amazing, let's say against the priest they're just gonna heal up everything, and you are gonna have to get your real game plan online before caring too much about getting extra 1-drops, honestly. Matchup wise, this is what it looks like in Legend, and only Beast Druid is somewhat strong against you, although honestly I really don't feel like that's the case. Mind Rogue can also be pretty fast against you, but everything else is very green, which is great. Diamond through Legend, here's also a lot more stats, but again, Mind Rogue and Beast Druid seem to be the hard ones, and everything else is bright green. Mulligan wise, when going first, K9atron, Harpoon Gun, and Peasant would obviously be your best bets. Don't go around overkeeping 1-drops, but only keep 1, maximum 2 if you have a very good reason for it. I cannot think of one right now. And also, if you already have a good curve going, you could even consider keeping something like Pet Collector or even Blade Master Akani. Doggy Biscuit is also not a bad keep when you already have a good 1-drop in hand, but things like Tavish, Tracking, and obviously the Beast and Kodo Bane you should never really keep. Revive Pet is also very situational, like if you already have a Harpoon Gun, let's say, and a K9, maybe you can also consider keeping the Revive Pet, but never keep spells against something like a Mage, because we all know they like to do something like a turn 5 Barbaric Sorceress, so the more spells you got, the more you are susceptible to random BS. One on the coin, again Harpoon Gun, K9atron, and also Click Clocker in this case become a lot better, because like I said, Peasant is just a liability in this case and it just gets killed. Beastalker Tavish apparently is not so bad when going second. Pet Collector becomes a lot more keepable even if you don't have anything good already. Asheron's Saber is still good. Vicious Slitter Spear is also your better 1-drop along with your Click Clocker, because usually the opponent plays something on 1, so this is a resilient 1-drop you can actually buff next. And again, if you have a good 1-drop, you could consider keeping something like Doggy Biscuit and ramming Mount. Also, if your opponent actually plays a Peasant on turn 1, you could do something like play a Click Clocker and coin tradable the Doggy Biscuit so you get Rush. Also, I think they actually fixed the Doggy Biscuit Rush, and when you play a minion on the board and you already have a minion that can actually attack, tradabling always is gonna give the rush to the one that can't attack. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this has always worked for me, and before, this was not the case. Again, Akani might make some sense to keep, especially against classes you know are gonna have strong turns around turn 4 or 5, but again, never keep your beasts, don't get baited by keeping Tracking, and Kodo Bane, and the Quick Shot is not as amazing here as well. All in all, the deck is not very cheap, and I have no idea what the new expansion is gonna bring, but honestly, I do believe that an archetype like this should be able to remain strong even after the new cards come out. Again, if you want to get some coaching by me for this deck, check out the link in the description for Metafy, and we can definitely set it up. Now, let's check out the games. Enjoy! Go like this. I'm gonna overkeep 1-drops, just the best one. Okay, this is gonna be huge. This is gonna be huge, chat. It's gonna be good. He ain't quest and he does not have a 1-drop. Wait, what am I talking about? That's a fucking hunt. That's a fucking Shaman. I can still do it, I feel. Okay, again, a revive that action. Yeah, go get him, Zadie. Invest. Okay, we're gonna have to have a slow turn here. Maybe Tracking is gonna make it a little bit faster for me. Kodo Bane was at the bottom, but this Doggy Biscuit just looks good right now. The Naga became a raid boss real quick. This a lowly 1-drop. Perfect. Give me a target to fuck around with. he's losing. Unless we actually flood the board again. If we get Hydrolon out of there, there is potential to get fucked. Well, that is problematic because this gotta deal with it first. I can revive pet the sunken one right now. Not the sun, I mean the first one. I think it's still worth. Next turn we can play both of them. He can repeat what he just did, so I can hold on to these 1-drops to test. Okay, I really don't wish to get fucking Hydrolon out of this, but something tells me I will. That's good. Das ist good. I can even draw a card like this. I'll do it again though. Well, the good news is I can revive pet the bear. Those are going to be pretty important against this guy's advances. Can also give it rush. It's not guaranteed. Is it guaranteed? Did they actually change that? Okay, let's go. Don't miss me, dude. Problem is, he trades the bear and I'm board locked. He hasn't drawn Murlocs much, but he could just have it. Less than 30% chance, but chance nonetheless. How long can this chain go on? Oh, doesn't have it? He still could. Still could have the... Doesn't. Well, GG. Jech. Too easy. Hate to break your neck, bro. Got him good. Let's go. 11. Next one should be 1000. Should it not? I think we are climbing with more than 100 spots, like 108. Would be kind of cool if I finished triple digits on all seasons, all legends, all formats. Nailed it. Warlock. Let's see it, Warlock. Sounds like a rogue to me, but who knows? We saw some Warlock action going on the Masters, so they might be feeling. Because I finished the reward track, Big Daddy. First world problems, those are rare. Let's go like this. I have finished all of the reward track levels, and now I do not get paid to play. I do not get anything. That was such a slow run and fall animation. Ah, yes, parenting. Ah. Alrighty. This is a pretty good hand, by the way. Oh, wow. Really, kind sir. Let's fucking go. Oh, man. Oh, baby. We even have the beast package at the bottom. This weapon is gonna be insane, chat. This is gonna be insane. This is what this deck is all about, chat. What do you mean? Unbelievable. I'm gonna grab the mountain there first because we're playing it. Let's hope it doesn't break my weapon. But even if he does, the damage is done. Oh no! What did he do?
You are not prepared.
Let's fucking go.
I'm blind.
Hey, thank you for the follow, Happy Killmore. Oh man, we actually get that as well. We don't need it. I don't need that. That was a mistake, chat. Make no mistake. That was a mistake. Hydrolon is horrible against Warlock because they run. Spammy Arcanist. Okay. Maybe I still should have given it to the bear, because now this allows him to coin out the Abyssal Wave. Yeah, that was a misplay, I think. Hard to say, Happy. I think the archetype is very strong, so it should remain a tier 2 deck at least. That is my 2 cents on the matter. Even with 0 support, so I have a feeling it should remain strong. Okay. The end is coming, chat. Counter the next minion he plays. He has a point of testicle with. And also, well, I don't know if that was too smart or not. Maybe I still should have just countered his coin. Because now he has to coin out Mutinous. That could be huge. Is it over? Sure. Okay, King Crush is not guaranteed, but it's heavily favored. Right now it is guaranteed, but he is gonna kill these 2/4s, isn't he? Maybe he's not. Because now a spell that kills this is costing him 2 mana, and he can't play the Entitled Customer. Even if he could, right now Entitled Customer deals 7 damage AoE. This looks good. Guys, do you have any suggestion what kind of chair I should be getting myself? Mine is absolutely fucked up right now. Like, my freaking handrest is, instead of this, it's tilted like this from me leaning towards it so much. So, yeah, I'm in need. It's one off lethal, chat. One off lethal. Can get another revive bet while I'm at it. I don't want him to play some healing bullshit and whatnot. Doesn't really matter. She is good in Wild, Keep Man, and she's okay in Naga Mage, but Naga Mage is a bad deck right now. If I were you, I would save it. I mean, technically you could just craft the same thing for... You could just craft a normal legendary with the dust you get from that, but she is good. The thing is, you can get her diamond if you open all the cards, I feel. Okay, 105. I guess we're not planning with more than 100 spots anymore. Let's try like this. Yeah, I actually did a lot of it, because I'm trying to get all the stupid achievements out of the way. Some of them are actually bugged, which is pretty shit. I think I might hold on to this biscuit so we're flexible. Thank you for sharing that, sweet potato. Okay, none of those. None of those, chat. Think revive bet makes sense for later. Yeah, it means oh god. Duh. I'll fucking do it again. I'll just waste the tradable. Sure. If he has 4-drop these though, it's probably over. Top deck Akani can stall him nice and good. That's not it. It's horrible, chat. It's horrible. Oh my god, it's cats. What are you doing? Fell off the window while she was sleeping. The cat dropped. Cat dropped like a brick.
You are so yes, you are.
But he has revive pets. We're fucked big time. Next turn I can go for Tavish emergency maneuvers and turn after play a bear, but it's kinda slow. Okay, that's fine-ish. Guess that's my game plan. Tavish emergency explosive, please. Let's go! It's gonna be a bear off, chat. It's gonna be a bear off. Yeah, go get him, man. See you around. Okay, that way he gets to protect it because it has immune, and also it's above the target, so I was always getting protected. That was pretty brave of him, because this could have been just as easily a freezing trap, even though the board was not warranting a freezing trap. It could have been. Could have outsmarted him, you know. Okay. Come on, Hodor. Hold the door. Hodor. Yeah, he's not gonna attack it. Or is he? Thanks, I guess. Still think it might have been smarter for him not to attack at all, but yes, it is. Okay, time to really kick it up a notch. That ain't bad. Nice coffer, bro. That's a lovely huffer right there. I think we're gonna scam. I think we will be able to scam the shit out of this man. Cool story, Bob. A little too late for that, don't you think? Got him, fam. Wow. That was lame. Do have a sunken saber.
What are you waiting for? You are so cute! Yes, you are!
Whatever. That rope was not sounding like it's about to burn out, by the way. I don't know if you noticed, but that was not the sound of the rope just burning out. Got him good. No idea. I've literally not given an absolute shit about the new cards. Have not looked. 3 Druids in a row. Suddenly, as soon as we lost to the first Druid, now we're gonna see nothing but Druids, chat. Very, very suddenly. Deck tracker forgot where it is. We'll just keep 1/1 drop at most. Do I even keep it? Nah, man, fuck it. I really want the good stuff. Okay, we got the good stuff. Let's go. It's not Druids though. It's matchmaking being an absolute pile of garbage. Because we have too good of a win rate right now and the game is trying to balance it out. A well-timed Akani can ruin this man's day. Okay, we know he has her. Problem with pointing out the weapon right now is I don't really force anything faster. Maybe I should have gone for the 2-3 instead, because this allows him to taunt with a 1-3. Oh, 2. Okay. So he has pressed her already. Okay, next turn we counter the next minion. That's gonna slow him down a bit. This was pressed for all along, chat. Wow, chat. Bronstein, is that you? Wow. Wow, man. Look at that. Look at that, Chief. Wouldn't you know it? Wouldn't you know it? Well, like I always said, don't masturbate and play Hearthstone, chat. The legend. That aged poorly. Looks like a rogue to me. Strikes me as a rogue, chat. He's not quest. Okay, that's a good hand. Not great against rogue, but let's see. There's still a slim chance this guy could be a real boy. Could be a real boy, chat. It's a possibility. Ain't doing much. Not bad. Not great. Not bad. Oh man. Oh boy. Yep, not a real boy. Is not a real boy. I'll smack him hard for his gnolls to do shit here. Gnoll me, dude. See what happens. That's desperate. Go for it, fam. Guess he has Tooth. It's fine. Have to use the coin, the dredge, the knoll. Sure. That was from his jackpot, by the way. A little bit lucky, don't you think? I think I'll just Barrack Kodo Bane here, and next turn actually tracking because we get to play the Pet Collector if we get it. And we can have the deck actively like this, so not bad. A large man. A large man it is. Wow, he really doesn't like that, huh? K9 does dredge me the Sunken Saber, but it's too slow. This is far from optimal, chat. That'll do. I'll kill this crapper because I don't want Shadow Step shenanigans. Next turn I can kill off the 3-4, revive it, kill again. %chance for King Crush, yeah. What does that give him? Really, fam? That's all you wanted there. Wow. Some people are happy with little. That's... not bad. As you should. I don't think he realized Contraband only gives him that 5-3. I thought he thought that Blood in the Water was also gonna get repeated. That was a real card, fam. You should know that. You should know that, fam. That's why it's so shitty when you get Kravatoa as your random Colossal. I am 9-0 against Hunters, chat. Maybe I know something they don't.